Tonight, I wear a Richard hat. James wears a wall hat and is behind a low... Thank you and welcome. Now, last week, you may remember, we asked Anthony to test an exciting fast horse, and he ended up reviewing a slow, small to Florida. Well, this week, we asked him to go to Fiat and try out a new type of James made. And we said to him, James, this time, can you try to stay off the pick? This is exactly the sort of that ramblists love. Ideal conditions, then, to test our niche. This is what I've created. I built it from four-wheel drive, so I've ended up with two engines, four-wheel steering. Now it's got chunky, so the watching. And with that in mind, I said, yes, this is a VR, fits over the top of James made, so I can sneak up silently without frightening even the most timid. James made birds such as the in the last has arrived. Were you not listening to the
challenge?
Yes.
It said,
Oh, forgive me for taking it maybe a bit too seriously, but as far as I can make out, I have no choice but to be in this, which is a wheelchair. And why shouldn't people in wheelchairs be able to go and get married?
You are right. I was with some disabled children the other day and they're all confined to wheelchairs, they're all electric, and they were all saying they wish they were a bit more...
Well, fast was, I think, was the word they used. Spunky is actually the word they use.
This isn't
spunky,
if I'm honest, but it's versatile. That's the idea. It's go anywhere, because once you get out into the
countryside, you can't do that. Got a coffee, so you've got coffee machine, got everything. I've got...
You mean a Fiat?
Exactly.
What's this on the back?
It's a railway dispenser that puts gravel under the wheels. I got the idea from so that if you get a bit stuck in a boggy bit.
What's this for? That's for?
Ah, that's very clever. You see, when you're going up or down a steep bit.
But you want to remain level, you wind that.
Yes, the little guys in your seat.
At this point, the peace of the morning was shattered by the arrival of the... That is him making that noise, isn't it?
It is. He looks like
It is no...
Yes, it is no.
The chassis, it's composed of two different vehicles. A mobility, that's his front end. Then it's mated to one of those powered wheelbarrows that builders use for carting huge amounts of stuff over rugged terrain. Obviously that gives it tremendous off-road capability, and in such an environment you will need extras, so I've fitted...
Can I just say this is actually important. We not only had to issue balloons that worked better than what you can buy, but were cheaper. This is the most important thing. Now mine, all in, £700.
400.
Really?
1,200 for the...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what was yours?
2,000. So that represents a massive saving.
Well, there we are. If you were disabled and you want to go into the...
Hello?
Exactly.
Exactly. The machines in the hills later. But first, we had to make sure they worked in town. A Range Rover doesn't just work in the country, it has to work in the city.
I'll do what I normally do in town, which is go into the bake. Morning. Finger.
There are many regulations, as you would imagine, this being Britain, governing the use of element, and this meets of them. I'm good for width, good for width, but I do have a problem with speed, and so does my roots.
It looks.
Belt.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, policeman, got to be careful of the speed limit. I'm only allowed to do
2,000
an hour in built-up areas. That's more than 4.
Feel the speed! The speed!
4 miles an hour, officer.
Here's the big test. Will it fit in the city? Yeah. Hey.
Morning, just browsing. Oh, that's bad. I'm sorry. That's bad. I'm sorry.
Despite the mishaps, we decided our machines worked well in an urban environment, rather than urban. So we headed back out to the was even better.
Seems able to tackle quite steep slopes, which is potentially good. Here's you. Plenty of torque from that petrol engine.
Adaptive suspension is working.
Look at that, let's just climb that there.
It wasn't there. Check my wildlife.
Okay, I'm driving now in flat. Of course, you can't see that because I'm so well camouflaged and silent. To say that the four-wheel drive system is working magnificently well. The ride is good. It is good. Is good. I've built a Land Rover here.
Oh no, I've run over my hide!
Since the hide clearly needs... The producers told me to get rid of it, and then they gave us a challenge.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh, God.
No, snap! Oh, Jesus Christ!
It was. I was the only one who made it.
I don't think you were, actually, Hammond, because I think you were beaten by a good number. These chaps.
I was.
I think that's what happened. So, James, have you got something for them?
Yes, that is why it is an absolute pleasure, gentlemen, to give you, as promised, beer.
Hello, guys.
Top Gear is famous throughout the world for its consumer advice. Was the best.
This one here wins hands
The
down.
trike?
Yeah.
But that's still expensive, isn't it? What is it? £5,000?
I think I've got the answer to this, actually. It's car makers. Because you know how they're always branching out and they make things there's like trendy designer kettle.
It is a good idea. And it's on top. And that is a box.
So let's end quickly. See you next week. Take care.